Hello, Echo here. Welcome back to Space Monster. I've got a few things to get on with and talk about today. Now, the first thing is there is a new version of Monster on the FTB launch yet. I've not actually updated. The version 1.1.0 is up. I've not actually updated yet. I'm on 1.011 still. So that's something I need to get around to doing. I've had to revert Galacticraft back to an earlier version. Now, since the last episode, I did a stream on Resonant Rise on Wednesday, but unfortunately the server went down. So I came onto Space Monster, did some work. We went to Mars. So if you've not seen the stream or the stream videos, then I have actually been on Mars. I've got some dash. I ran a little Quarry Plus, got some dash. Unfortunately, I came back and I tried using a compressor, which I had to MC edit out my compressor because it broke the it broke my weld. So I built a new compressor, put it down, and clicking the compressor it crashed me. So that was the end of the stream. I've had to revert Galacticraft back to version 208 and the compressor works. I think this is fine on its own in the newer versions. I think it's possibly a mod interaction that's making it break in the newer versions. Anyway, speaking of mod interactions, there is... Did I just do you like that? Yep. There is something new working, which I'm going to get onto in a bit. I'm going to do some awesome acting in a bit. You won't even know what's going on. So at the minute, I'm just making some of this stuff, some heavy duty plate. I've got some dash ingots from the quarry on Mars. We'll go to Mars in just a minute. I made dash ingots by mimicrating the dash, the unrefined dash that my little quarry picked up. I made a little Quarry Plus just next to the portal that I made, and got some dash. So what I can do now, the first thing I want to do is I am going to make a couple of beds. So they want to go in there, they want to go in there, and I need to make a couple of beds. So bed is oops, let me do it in there. Let me just go like that. Bosh. 1, 2. They don't stack, do they, beds? No. And we'll get them plates, and what I can make is I can make a couple of legitimate cryogenic tubes, which is something you cannot make. Cryogenic chambers you cannot make until you get to Mars because you need dash for it. So there we go. There's 1, and there's 2. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly go to the moon and get rid of the one that I've got on the moon. If you remember on the stream the week previous, I made this guy behind here, and I cheated this in because on the moon it's so dark, and because I was live streaming I couldn't just cut and come back later on. So I'm going to break that one. This is a bit pointless me breaking this one and putting it straight back, but there we go. There's one I just broke, and I'm going to go to cheat mode a second, and I'm going to destroy it. There we go. So there's the cheated in one destroyed. And even though that was all a little bit pointless, so I've made a weird mess of this place, haven't I? The roof's not actually tall enough to place one of these down legitimately. Right, where can I put this then? I'll have to put it back where it was, which unseals my base. Never mind. Now, I'm a little bit unmotivated with this series, and I'll tell you for why in just a second. There is something happening to Resonant Rise. That's going to have to go back exactly where it... Look at that, it goes through the roof and through the floor. No, it doesn't. I'll put it too high up. There we go. It still goes through both, yeah. I need to make a bigger room just for that, don't I? But anyway, what I can do now is I can sleep on the moon when it's night time. And let me out. Let me out. Have I broken it? Back in a sec. Well, that didn't go to plan, did it? I'm going to have to make a special room just for that. Now, yeah, I'm a little bit unmotivated. I'm going to start explaining why in just a second. Very good news. Resonant Rise is getting Galacticraft, which is really awesome. Now, I think Galacticraft is going to work better in Resonant Rise than it does in what I've added. I've added this into Monster, haven't I? Now, the reason for that is because we've got mechanism, and the mechanism oxygen works, which because the mechanism oxygen works, it makes getting oxygen a lot easier than having to mess around with it. This was a bug, by the way, this power thing that I mentioned before. I saw it on the changelog. It was getting infinite power once you set it up for some reason. Getting air is a bit of a ball ache. It's not a great deal of fun. This will power that, and not to power one of these rooms only. Not so to do this base, I'd need 3 farms the size of that, or 3 farms. Well, no, I'd need 4, one for each room probably, with airlocks in between all the rooms. It's just a lot of mess. It's a lot of hassle getting oxygen. The electrolytic separators from mechanism get oxygen from water, so you'd be able to set up a lot nicer, I think, a system to provide sealed air for your bases using mechanism. That's part of the reason, and another part of the reason is I do enjoy playing on the server, on the Resident Rise server. So the fact I'll be able to go to Mars on there soon is pretty cool. Now let's actually go to Mars, and you'll see one of the things that's making that possible. Now here's where awesome acting comes up. So this is just a little shabby. I've got a pet up here, by the way. Oh, where's he gone? As you can see, by the way, I've got no oxygen. I'm just using regen to keep me alive. At some point I will get a big flashing thing across my screen saying that, there we go, oxygen setup's invalid, but because I've got regen off the cheaty geostrata crystals, I don't actually need oxygen. I will put oxygen tanks in, because that flashing thing's a bit irritating. But I don't actually need them. I can just, as long as you keep regen on, you're fine. So what I can do now is I can sleep up here. Let's see if it works up here then. Let's see if I just got... Son of a... Oh. Where's that go? Must have gone mining. Don't remember. Okay, let's see if this works up here. Let's see if we get the same thing, because it is night time. And yay! And we can hear zombies burning. That's all good, isn't it? Oh, hello. Come in here, are you? No, I have got a pet up here. I found a little thing called a slamling. In fact, I had 3, but 2 died. There's a little quarry that I made to get some dash. There's these things. That's actually a meteor, so that's not a slam. Egg at all. Brick. Quick. Oh, cock it. He died a bit easy, didn't he? I wonder if I'm still set on hard. I should be. Have I got this enabled? I think I should be on hard anyway, but just double check by doing that. There you go, there's these things. These are called slamling eggs. You let's hatch one. You just stand there, that's fun, doing that, get all them particles to fall off. Well, that don't actually do anything. What's going to happen here in a bit? There's stuff all over the floor. Come here, you. Meh. That's another meteor over there, isn't it? Let me grab it. Anyway, them slime hatchings, the actual little slime thing, which I've got one of. But it seems to have gone through. There it is. I've got another one now, look. Hee. Hello. Let's call you Josh. Josh the dog. Josh the space dog. There we go. And now he'll follow me around. And he's got an inventory and I can feed him. So he likes swords. So if I get some swords, I can feed him. Let's quickly get me a sword. I don't want to do that. I want to grab some sticks. They're stone swords he likes. Looks like it, doesn't it? It's like a stone sword to me. So get some cobble and some sticks. So I'm making 3. So I've only got 3 sticks there. Oh, my inventory's so full. Sorty, come here. Now, something else I found, which is very nice, is, let's just put all that stuff back into the ME network for now. Something I found very nice is these white crystal lamps work as a good light source. Oh, I've put that stone back, am I? Such an idiot. Oh no, it's there. Whew. You'll do. 1, 2, 3. And now, come here. Little guy. Let's feed you. So I do click on him with it. There we go. So when you feed him, you can either grow him, breed him, strengthen him. Or if he's damaged, I guess heal him. So we'll strengthen him. And then we'll try and feed him again. And now he wants emeralds. Screw that, Josh. You're greedy, wanting bloody emeralds. And now I've got 2 swords that I don't want. Awesome. So that's how that works, kind of. So you follow me around. I'm going to put him in here. What's that over there? So yeah, what I noticed is when I place these cheaty potion crystals down, they're actually a good light source. So I looked, and I vaguely remembered that there is actually lamps from Geostrata. So I made some of these guys, these white crystal lamps. They work very nice as a light source on the moon because, of course, these guys don't work at all. Normal torches because there's no oxygen, and these guys have a limited amount of light they put out, better than nothing. They don't put out a great amount. I think they put out better once you've got oxygen sealed. Come in here, Josh. You're gonna teleport to me or what? You gonna come in here or what? Oh, you damn guy. Okay, you can sit outside here then. Sit there then, see if I care. I hope nothing kills him. Yeah, so I made these crystals because I like things better. Right then, so let's go find my other slam was called Porkfen because he'd been hassling me, and it was him who crashed the Resident Raz server during the stream. What's that over there? I think I can hear Porkfen barking. Did these bark? Have I made that up? I recognise this. Oh, what's that? Is that him down there? What's this? It's a blood magic binding ritual. We've got blood magic working. Ah, fucking hell. Wave Flowing Time has made it so blood magic works with Galacticraft. This is partly because he's awesome, and partly because certain people who are going to be using the Resident Raz pack soon, which is a big secret, want Galacticraft in the pack because they like playing with Galacticraft. So we're getting Galacticraft, which is really awesome. So yeah, I've got a binding ritual. Cool. That means aliens have been here and have got to the point where they can make rituals. So they must have wanted a tier 4 altar. Interesting. Oh, what's this? There's some stairs. Oh, what's down here? Where Porkfen is? Yay! I've got a moon altar. So I made this yesterday. I was trying to record yesterday, but my house was real noisy and I kept getting sidetracked. Plus, I managed to break blood magic a couple of times, and we've got it fixed real nice and quick. So I was testing new versions. So I've got sort of tier 4 altar, tier 4. Look at the aliens have left on the walls. I've left all the previous orbs. I've not done this on camera because if you watch any of my videos, you've seen me do blood magic. I've got blood magic in Resident Raz and in my beginner's guide that I've done a lot with. So I decided just to level up to tier 4. This is actually ready for tier 5. It's got the self-sacrifice runes underneath here. All it needs for tier 5 is the beacons, but everything else is ready to go. So if we grab the divination sigil, I needed the ritual of binding, of course, to make a bound blade. I've not enchanted it or anything yet, but I've got a bound blade because you need a bound blade to get weak blood shards, and you need weak blood shards to make these pillar tops, these bloodstone bricks, which you need to make your altar into a tier 4. So if we look, you'll see this is a tier 4 altar. Wonderful. And we have got nearly 1 million LP because I've got a tier 4 Master's Blood Orb, which you also need a weak shard for. So there we go. That was like a little thing I wanted to achieve. I wanted to get a blood altar on Mars because I thought it kind of made sense that with all the red brick and that. So there's that. Right, I'm going to actually move away from this for now though. I've got that med, so I can do more stuff with that. Now, so I've mentioned why I'm kind of a little bit demotivated with this series, because I think Galacticraft is going to work a little bit better in Resident Raz than it works with Monster. Now, the other thing I want to get to now, I want to go back to the Earth, is I've added GregTech to this, which isn't great, because GregTech and Galacticraft are they both do the same thing, but they both do it in very different ways. So because I'm using Rotarycraft, sorry, I meant GregTech and Rotarycraft, not Galacticraft. Because I've got GregTech and Rotarycraft, they both kind of do the same thing. They had very powerful endgame processing and stuff, but they do it in a very different way, and they're kind of at odds with each other. That I think, and I've said this before, I think GregTech would work better in a pack designed for it, and I think Rotarycraft would design better in a pack designed for it. I think in a pack together they don't help each other. An example of that is, look how much iridium I've got. I've got 237 iridium flakes. This is a lot. This is more than that's from like a quarry. I've been getting them as bonus materials from something that I've been processing through here. So, yeah, what I think I should do is, for this series, I am going to concentrate now purely on GregTech stuff, purely on EU stuff, until I wrap the series up, which might be pretty soon. I wanted to get a fusion reactor in space, and I still want to do that, but depending on how motivated I feel once we get Galacticraft and Resident Raz, that might change. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going with EU stuff and GregTech stuff with this series until I get to a point where I finish this. Then I'm going to start a separate single player series where I'll go solely focused on Rotarycraft, and I might even make my own little pack for that. Something a little bit more, something, I don't know. I'll probably, in fact, I'll just do Monster, but use Monster without GregTech and just go solely the Rotarycraft route. Now, the reason why I want to get into Rotarycraft in a big way on it for its own right is, check this out. Let's make so as you may know, Geostrata, Reactorcraft, they're all part of Raker's Mods, who makes Rotarycraft. Reactorcraft. There we go. I want to make this guy. Let's get that made. Now I should have some blue fluorite in here. Now fluorite I have been binning. If I wanted to make this thing that I'm going to show you in a minute, I think I need 10,000. So one of the things with monsters, you probably end up binning a load of fluorite. I used the dictionary converter to make it what I add into blue rather than multicoloured, but I think I have been binning a load of it. In fact, let's look in the bin here, and you will see that. Oh no, I've not. Well, I've not been binning it directly from there anyway. There's none in there though, so I've not been mining it either. Got this book. This is the Reactorcraft book. Now, are you going to show me a full picture? I've not even looked in this book before, but what I do know is, let's have a quick scan through this book. Ooh, bit of a science lesson on fishing, very nice. So this is all Reactorcraft. I've not done much with it. I believe we're in the newest version, which has what I'm looking for. I was hoping it'd actually show me a multi-block that you can now make in Reactorcraft, but I don't think it's going to show me the bits. I was hoping it'd show me a picture of this complete thing, which I don't think it is. No, don't look like it. Well, the Reactorcraft, the new big scale reactor, it'd probably fill this room. It is enormous. It is a massive thing with coils and all kind of stuff. If you check out Bevo's latest Bevo Tech Pack video, he puts a picture in there. You can also check the Feed the Beast forums where Raker has put a picture of the full size reactor. I think it's got like 10,000 blocks go to make it up. So without GregTech, I'd certainly be heading towards that for my endgame thing. I think it produces 5 million RF a tick, but it's got a massive resource investment and time investment. So without GregTech, I'd certainly be going towards that. Because I've got GregTech, and I feel like I have to kind of do GregTech. So anyway, what I'm going to work towards then is I am going to start getting some EU power. Now what I want to do with my EU power is compact. I want to try this mod that I've not played with before. Compact windmills. Now I believe I put some patterns in here for these. Let's have a quick run through. I have, yeah, cool. So we should be able to make some of this stuff. Now, so let's go into here. Let's start with the basic one. So the basic low voltage windmill uses an LV transformer and some normal IC2 windmills. So I've put the IC2 ones in. Extreme, high, medium, low, extreme. No, so I've not put the IC2 ones in. And that's because I need an assembly machine to make them. Right, okay. So I need an assembly machine in which I can put a generator and some carbon plates or some magnesium plates in a generator. So I need to be making generators. Generators are furnace, steel machine hulls and RE batteries. Tell you what, I'm going to get some of these made. So if we look at making one of these extreme voltage windmills, we need 4 high, which in turn uses 4 medium. In turn uses 4 low. Extreme low, low, okay. So basically I need 4 of these windmills. So I'm going to get the bits together to make 4 of these windmills. I'll be back in a bit. Right then, I'm back. I've come across a couple of issues that I think you should know about. One of them, we've had this before, I can't actually make tin ingots a lot at a time. Plates. Because we have got this thing in here. If you put in more than 9, you get a dense plate. When you don't want dense plates, you want thin plates. So I made a couple of items here. I've made a screwdriver, which was pretty straightforward. It's 2 iron rods and a stick. And I'm in the process of making I want a circuit, an RE battery, and an iron ingot. And that'll get me an electric soldering iron. Now, I'm going to charge this guy up. Can you go in? Can you go in? Can you go in here? Should be able to, shouldn't you? Yeah, you can. Sweet. So, electric soldering iron, for some reason, Greg Tech stuff doesn't charge up fully. It says 9 out of 10. I don't know why. That's me. And then we put that with a tin rod, which is made with a file and a bit of tin. And that'll get us this guy configured to 0. Now what I need to do with this is configure it to 1, I believe. So if we're looking at the recipes of the plate bending machine, you'll see that, let me get one. We've got different configurations here. That configuration 3 will get you standard rails. What I need is the one that gets me standard plates. So it's configuration 1. So how do I make configuration 1? I put a 0 in there with a screwdriver. Okay, that's easy. So I've got my screwdriver. Is this shapeless? No, it seems it has to be in the right place. There we go. So that's configuration 1 on a circuit. Wonderful. So now, if that goes in there, I should be able to put a stack of tin in, and it's going to give me a stack of plates without making dense plates. Cool. That's the first one to get achieved. Now the second thing is, I need to make an assembling machine in a minute. I don't think I've got one yet over there. I'll double check in a minute. The second thing is, I've made the bits to upgrade these compact windmills. Let's go back to that again, at compact. Now if you look, this one takes an LV transformer, straightforward enough. These rest all take a transformer upgrade, which is also easy enough. But if you look at the transformer upgrade, it uses basic stuff, circuit, gold cable, use an NV transformer. If you look at the recipe for NV transformer, it just says that, and what's that about? So something wrong in IC2, it shows you the copper cable and nothing else. What you actually need is, to put it together, you need that, you need 2 copper cables and a basic machine casing. Machine casing is just iron plates around a wrench. So I had to work that out. I've checked on the IC2 for them. Now it says the new version should be gold. It says the old version's copper. So I'm still guessing I'm on the old version still. I don't know. But, there we go. That's how you met them. So what I've got in there now then is I've got the 4 upgrades and I've got the LV transformer to upgrade my generators from the basic one all the way through. I've got the 4 generators made. That was pretty straightforward. I've actually got the patterns for them in there. So I made them. So now what I need to make is an assembly machine. So let's have a look at that. Now, I'm going to check first. I'm just going to double check I ain't got one. I'm pretty sure I ain't got one over here. Right, automatic compressor, plate bending, alloy smelter, wire mill, macerator. I've not got one. Okay, good. So, plate bending machine, the one that takes 32 EU. Let's see what this guy's made of. So I need circuits, easy enough. Sticky piston, easy enough. Some steel plates, easy enough. And a conveyor module. Well, a conveyor module I should have a pattern for. Let's see. I ain't got one yet, otherwise it'd be in here. So let's get a conveyor module pattern done. I might as well use aluminium plates. Aluminium plates, normal circuits, RE battery. You'll do for me, sir. Now, will that craft? Or do I need to make it ask for uncharged batteries? Yep. And to change that so that it's asking for batteries that are not charged up. So come back here, you. Put you in there. And we shall make a battery. One of you, please. Thank you. Let's put them back in there. And now we can put the uncharged battery in there, which should still craft the item. We put that in there. Clear that. And try again. Will you craft now? Good sir. Oops. I took the last of the steel plates. Try again. Yay, there we go. Cool. So now I can ask for circuits times 3. Thank you. What else was the sticky piston? Oh, circuits times 4. Sorry, stainless steel. Sorry, steel plates. Steel. No, I've got steel plates. Steel plates times 3. Okay. Circuit. One more circuit, please. And no pattern for sticky piston. Scandalous. Piston, and then slime. In fact, while we're doing it, let's do it right. Get away. Piston and slime. Encode. Get that into the vanilla page of my thing there. Here we go. Wonderful. Put that together. Put these in the right place. And I have got an assembly machine. Awesome. Now, the other bit I need then, so I've got 4 generators. We'll grab them. We'll put these tools in there for now, because I don't know if I need them at the minute. The other thing we need is some either magnesium or carbon. Now, magnesium uses aluminium, which is straightforward, but it uses magnesium, which up to now I've only found from loot. So that comes carbon mesh, which is compressed into, yeah, cool. So this stuff is just coal put through the wire mill. So I get meat. Where's the compressor? There we go. Now, a few ways of doing that. If you grab a stack of coal, you could put it through the macerator and you get 1 coal pair. But yeah, what I actually did was, you put it through a sag mill, you've got a chance of getting bonus coal, and it still works. So if I put some of this in here, I'll wait until I get 4. There we go. Now you can get bonus from that. I ended up with an extra 12 from the last stack I put in. So even though that's showing as Ender IO coal powder, when you put that into the wire mill, you didn't actually see it, but it actually became Greg Tech coal powder there for some strange reason. So that's getting compressed away. Wonderful. I'm just going to put this over here and hopefully not blow things up. You're 32. That's an LV transformer. This should be fine. If it blows up, then grrr. And can I click inside you? I can. Okay, so generators go there. So look at this again. And I need 4 carbon plates each one to get a windmill. Makes sense. It's like the blades in it. So there's 4. Sweet. I'll get these made. So I need some more carbon plates making. Well, that is going to make us hopefully our first windmill. Not got enough power. It's possibly not got enough power while that's running as well. Which is going to be my console will be getting spammed with not enough power messages. And it's not. Oh no, it's just extremely slow. Right, I should be back when that's done. The other thing, of course, we need once we've got all this together is the rotors. Now you can see these rotors. They take damage and they've got efficiency. So a wooden one will last 2 hours. Carbon one will last 24. What we've got there is an iridium one is infinite, and it's fully efficient. So we'll be making that. I need a carbon, some more carbon plates on the machine casing. That's easy enough. And I need some iridium reinforced plates, which means I need an implosion compressor. Sweet. So it looks like I need to make an implosion compressor. So that I guess is going to be what we're going to work towards. I'll check how long the video is. Right then, implosion compressor is what we need. So I've been putting some recipes into here for what we're going to need. Standard casing, aluminium plates, basic circuits, machine casing, we had all them already. Reinforced casing uses steel plates and advanced circuits, which I've just added. So we've got advanced circuits in here now. We've got both types of casing. And I've got all the bits ready to make the actual implosion compressor block. So there's the casing stuff there. That uses advanced alloy. Get away you. Advanced alloy, which is mixed metal ingots, which is just iron, bronze and tin. And the bronze plates I've been making by compressing, not compressing, plate bending the bronze plate, the Tinker's alloy. That's something that you get 4 of. Tinker's alloy, 3 copper and a tin in your induction smelter, I'm going to say. Gets your Tinker's alloy ingots, which I've been using to make the bronze. Right, so anyway, we can make now steel casing, compressor, very straightforward, just stone, circuit and a plate, steel hull I mean. Gets us our implosion compressor, wonderful. And now we need to make casings. So I had 2 casings left over before, from when I made the blast furnace. What we're going to need is another 16, so I want, let's have a look, casing. I need 16 of them guys. You get 4 at a time, so that shouldn't be too bad. Let's see if we start missing anything. So you see there we're making all the circuits we need. Looks like we've got all them. Wonderful. So that's going to be 18. Is that right? 5, 10, 18, yeah. And then we need 8 of the normal casing. I think, if I'm remembering this right, the standard 8. So you get 4 again. You get 4 at a time. So this should be pretty straightforward. Have I done something wrong? What am I missing? I've run out of rubber. Scandalous. Scandalous. Back in a sec. Okay, I quickly went and grabbed 16 stacks of rubber from the barrel at the tree farm. The rubber tree farm up there, if you remember. So that is cooking up. Cooking up. What are you doing? Are you cooking up? Yeah, where are you going? Oh, okay, there we go. We have got our 8 standard machine casings. Wonderful. Now, this is going to be a bit of a mess over here because of the way I'm going to be wiring this up. Now, if you look at this guy, it takes 32. 32, so that shouldn't be too bad actually. Copper. Let's grab. We used a lot of them, so I'll just make another 64. We should probably be waiting on rubber as well yet. So let's take what we've got. You'll do for me. Right then, yeah, this is this is a mess over here. It's a planned mess. It's meant to be like this. Not really meant to be like this, but you know. All I'm going to do for now is I'm going to run this across like so. Boop, 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 and then it's going to go up and over to the actual implosion compressor. So let's one eye, please. Oh, that was dangerous. I could have probably blown something up there if that was running, I think. Right, so what do we do with this? Well, this is the bottom. You want a star, like a cross, of reinforced casings with standard casing around them. 3, 4. Then the middle, you want a circle of 8. You keep the hole in the middle. Then the top is a repeat at the bottom, so you want your cross again with your 4. Cool. And then this one, your actual imploding compressor itself sits on the top. Like so. And you see we've got a green light, which means our casing's correct and everything is good in the world. So if I go like that, we have got power now. So what was it we was making? We were making, well, first of all, what we were making with these guys, which we've got now, 4 windmills. Wonderful. So we can run back over here and we can get the other bits we made for these. So 4 of them and 1 of them transformers. So this should be my set of upgrades. Oh, I've only made 1. I need 4. I'm an idiot. Oh yeah, that makes miles more sense. I need miles more of these. I thought it was too cheap. Compact. Of course, each level of this needs another 4, doesn't it? So, I kept thinking that's so cheap, but of course it's only making 1 each time. So I need 4 of the previous to make the next one. So I actually need 4. So I need... Right, to make 1 of them, I need 4 of them, which means I need 16 of them, which means I need 32 of them, 64 of them, 128 of these. Is that right? Well, I guess I'm going to be making all them off camera. We've got our first extreme low voltage there, though. Massive, as if I didn't plan that out right. And then once we get 4 of them, put them 4 on there. Get 1 of the next ones, so on and so on. So I'll get on with that off camera between episodes. The reason why we wanted the implosion compressor was for these guys, wasn't it? So we needed iridium alloy ingots. So for that we need industrial diamonds again. Okay. Industrial diamonds. We had 2 ways of making industrial diamonds, didn't we? We had coal chunks and a compressor, yeah. So, tell you what, I'm going to wrap up the episode there. For next time, I'm going to have... Well, we've got our implosion compressor made. For next time I'm going to make, I think it's 128 of these basic windmills that I need. I feel like deleting the episode and starting again, but I won't bother. Right, I need 4 of them. It's 1 of them. Yeah, 4 of them. So I need advanced alloy is easy enough. Iridium plate is easy enough. I've got all them flakes over there. It's just bending iridium ingots. I guess I'll get that sorted off camera, and we'll put it for the implosion compressor next time. So I should have all the bits ready to make extreme voltage windmill next time. What I also want to work on is how we're going to get that power from that down to the machines and stuff. And what I want to do is I want to go straight for the crazy Greg Tech machine that is called ASU, Adjustable Energy Unit. This takes a lot of crazy items. The next episode we'll be looking at trying to make all these bits with what stuff we've got. Now, chrome plate, chrome ingot. Can I actually 1700? Yeah, it's quite a low heat capacity. Cool. So I've got some chrome from chests and stuff that the quarry picked up. So I should be able to make that. So I'm going to go straight for making that guy. I'm going to need 2 of these, of course. 1 will be up at level 256, fastened to the windmill, and 1 will be down in my base. The children will provide us a lot of EU power to start working on Greg Tech proper. So I hope you will join me for that. Sorry if this was a bit of a dull episode again. I think my last couple of episodes in this series have been a little bit dull, but this is an ugly base. Our Greg Tech base is going to look a bit more impressive. I hope you join me for the rest of the series. Cheers. Bye.